This is Red Light, Green Light 123 with D and Z. Here are your hosts, D and Z. Welcome to this week's episode of Red Light, Green Light 123 with D and Z. I am Z, and here's how it goes. We give you our 123 top starts or green lights, and we give you our 123 top fantasy sits or red lights for this week in the NFL, week 7. It's crazy, we're already at week 7, but here we are. For our top 123 red lights, who you got, D?
You said red lights, right?
Yes, sir, red lights.
People were sitting. So I'm sitting a Mr. Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to have a tough day playing in Washington, and I think Washington's going to get at it. My next one is Russell Wilson. If he plays, he has an issue with his labrum. He's got an issue with his hamstring. He also has an issue hitting wide open wide receivers. So I'm saying bench him, drop him, just move on. This might surprise you, but my last sit is anybody who wears a Chicago Bear uniform. Defenders, Montgomery, Herbert, everybody just sit him down. Sit him down.
I mean, you can't argue with that. Like, I will see your Chicago Bears, and I'll raise you anybody wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey. Like, you know, you're going up against the Buzzsaw, a division rival in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's no Robbie Anderson. There's no quarterback to speak of. There's no Christian McCaffrey now. You're going to get steamrolled. Like, come on now. Anybody in the black, white, and blue. Sorry. Not happening. Jared Goff against the Dallas Cowboys. Been doing great. Having really prolific touchdown numbers. You have one Mr. Trayvon Diggs waiting for you on the other side of that ball. Like, Andy Dalton had 3 picks last night on Thursday. It could be that level of a performance for one Mr. Jared Goff. So steer clear. If you have anybody else to pick up, I would do so, but that's not going to be pretty. And last but not least, any Pittsburgh Steelers position player, any skill position player, Mitchell Trubisky's back under center Sunday night against the Dolphins, who still have a pretty damn good defense. So Claypool, sorry. Deontay Johnson, sorry. Freiermuth, sorry. Pickens, sorry. And Najee Harris, sorry. Just not going to happen this week, gentlemen. But those are our red lights. Who are our top 1, 2, 3 green lights, D?
All right, so first I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey. I mean, I know he's just getting to San Francisco either today or tomorrow, but I'm told that he's going to be a part of the goal line packages, and if you hear players going to be part of the goal line packages, you're all in on that. My next star is going to be TB12. After all the scrutiny he took last week for what happened in Pittsburgh, I think he's going to be sharp against the Panthers. And my last one, I alluded to this in my picks earlier this week, is the Jacksonville defense. I think this is a trap game for the G-men, and I like their chances to get after Daniel Jones and company.
Well, we'll see about that. I hope not. For my team's sake, I really hope not. But we're going to start with Brian Robinson of the Commanders. Great story, man. Like, shot twice, missed 4 games, back in the fold, and just rocking and rolling. Like, he has played more games. He missed as many games as Michael Thomas, right? Michael Thomas is dealing with a nagging foot injury, nagging toe injury. Brian Robinson got shot twice, and he's back in the lineup, and he's doing big things. I expect him to run all over the Packers defense the way that Breece Hall ran all over the Packers defense. Number 2, Dameon Pierce of the Texans. The Raiders defense is no good. It's plain and simple. If the Texans have any shot in this game, it is going to be on the wheels of Dameon Pierce. The kid is legit. Now, let's see if they can build an offense around him, and maybe the Texans are actually going places. And then number 3, I'm stirring up a hornet's nest. Bailey Zappi against the Bears on Monday night. We want chaos. We want a quarterback controversy. Mac Jones, you're going to have to earn this job back. Because I don't think...
You're saying if he plays. I mean, if he plays, right?
If he plays. I think that I think Bill Belichick, I think he is going to be cautious, and he's going to play Bailey Zappi. He's playing it close to the vest. I would not start Mac Jones yet. Why would you even bother? Play the hot hand until it is no longer hot. Zappi has gotten you this far, right? You were not looking great under Jones and Hoyer. You're now looking like a competent football team under Zappi and with Jacoby Myers. So, ride the wave. It's the Bears. Come on. You'll be fine if you start Bailey Zappi, and he will reward you with a great game. But those are ours. What are yours? Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com, or drop us a line on Twitter @faderoutednz, or slide in those DMs on IG @faderoutepodcast. Time for us to run the go route again, but we'll talk to you next week. If you want to get on the action, we want to hear from you. Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG @faderoutepodcast. Drop us a DM on Twitter @faderoutednz. Comment on our YouTube channel, The Fade Route with DNZ. Questions, comments, picks, segment suggestions, you name it, we want to hear from you. Get at us, in crowd. Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, turn on subscription notifications, and tell your friends. Spread the word, spread it wide.